What's up, indie wrestling fans? Brian Zane here. It's Friday, September 28th, and it's time for Independent Wrestling Weekly. One of the most popular names in independent wrestling says he's going to disappear for a while after suffering a major knee injury. On his Twitter page Wednesday, Joey Janela revealed he suffered a torn MCL and PCL, an ACL sprain, and several other bone and tendon injuries during his match with Psychosis at GCW's Live Fast, Die Young last Friday. The injury happened when Janela leapt off the top rope onto his opponent to the outside. Janela said in his Twitter video he will require surgery and that he could be out for up to 10 months. Meanwhile, Jordynne Grace has been taking it easy for a few days after an injury of her own. During a match with Tracy Williams at Nova Pro's Project 4 in Fairfax, Virginia Friday, Grace suffered a grade 3 ankle sprain when setting up for an Impact DDT off the turnbuckles. Grace, who had a standout moment during the over-budget Battle Royal at All In earlier this month, has been seen on social media as of late on crutches and wearing an ankle brace. And though she's not wrestling for the time being, she is doing commentary for Pro Wrestling Eve's shows in London this weekend. We wish both Janela and Grace speedy recoveries. Speaking of game-changer wrestling, the company has announced some big events to coincide with some of WWE's biggest shows. This past Tuesday, GCW posted an image on social media announcing an event in Los Angeles for November 16th, the Friday before Survivor Series. At the same time, GCW has announced The Collective, a weekend of events at the White Eagle Hall in Jersey City during WrestleMania weekend, where it appears they'll be working with a variety of different promotions. At the time of this recording, Absolute Intense Wrestling out of Ohio and International Wrestling Syndicate out of Quebec are the first two companies to declare their allegiance to the Collective. GCW promises there will be more details for LA and Jersey City coming soon. PW Insider has confirmed that Mae Young Classic competitor Mia Yim has officially signed with WWE's NXT brand. Yim has competed on a global level for companies including Shimmer and Shine, and is perhaps best known for her time in Impact Wrestling as Jade, where she held the Knockouts title once. Congratulations to independent filmmaker Ray Zombie, as his debut film, Wrestling with Independence, was awarded Best Documentary at the first ever Burning Hammer Film Festival in London, England. The documentary, which features Matt Hardy, Sammy Guevara, Joey Ryan, Leva Bates, and many more, delves into the lives of those involved in the independent scene on all levels. No word yet on when it will be released to the public, but you can watch the trailer in the link provided in the description below. Also in the world of film, a new documentary directed by Kenny Johnson looks into the life of PCO, a man in the midst of a career renaissance at the age of 50. The film looks into the mind of Pierre Carl Ouellet as he processes his newfound resurgence in the independent scene and his personal evolution as a performer since his release from WWE. The movie's just under 15 minutes and is available at the link in the description. Taking a look back at this past weekend, Black Label Pro welcomes a new champion in their midst. Kobe Durst has been crowned BLP's first ever Indiana State champion after winning the Darkest Timeline Championship tournament on Saturday. Durst beat Kevin Koo, Marco Stunt, Tom Lawler, Brian Pillman Jr., and PCO in a 6-way elimination match to win the title. Black Label Pro returns on November 3rd with Big Trouble in Little Crown Point. Staying in Indiana, Aaron Williams is the winner of this year's Ted Petty Invitational hosted by IWA Mid-South. Williams beat Jake Christ, Tyler Bateman, and Mance Warner to make it to the finals, where he defeated Michael Elgin and Larry D in an elimination match to not only win the tournament, but the IWA Mid-South heavyweight title. Also on Saturday, the top guys became the new tag team champions after beating the Jim Nasty Boys, Jimmy Jacobs and Joe Alonzo, and Logan James and Myron Reed. In California's Bay Area, All Pro Wrestling was ballin' this past Friday night. Fans saw Jungle Boy retain his junior heavyweight title against Steven Tresario. MVP beat Papo Esco. The Reno Scum retained the APW tag titles against the Stoner Brothers in a lumberjack match. Jake Atlas defeated Puma King and Sam Adonis. And Jacob Fatu and Will Hobbs upset Universal Champion Jeff Cobb and Internet Champion JR Kratos in a tag team match. Also, Wrestling with Regret YouTube champion Levi Shapiro had a successful defense against Johnny Dynamo. APW returns to the Bayshore Center on November 2nd with Halloween Hell. Looking ahead to this weekend, starting in England, where Progress Wrestling is gearing up for what's being called the biggest independent event in the country in decades. Hello Wembley takes place at the SSE Arena this Sunday and features an absolutely loaded card. As Tyler Bate challenges Walter for the Progress World title, Doug Williams defends the Atlas World Championship against Trent Seven, Ginny takes on Toni Storm and Millie McKenzie in a triple threat match for her Progress Women's title, an 8-team match for the finals of the Thunder Bastard tournament, Matt Riddle fulfills his final independent date as he takes on Mark Haskins, and tons more. The show begins at 2 p.m. this Sunday. Back in America, AAW Pro returns to the Logan Square Auditorium in Illinois for the two-night event known as the Jim Lynam Memorial Tournament. The field of 16 includes DJ Z, Shane Strickland, Sammy Guevara, Rich Swann, Sami Callihan, ACH, Ray Phoenix, Jimmy Jacobs, MJF, Moose, and more, as well as an AAW heavyweight title match this Friday as Penta El Zero M challenges Brody King. The Friday show starts at 7, while the Saturday show starts at 4. A startup league in Michigan has their inaugural show this Saturday, and they've got some big plans. Championship Wrestling League hopes to run a series of weekly live events, which will lead to a series of 2-hour commercial-free shows airing weekly on WADL Detroit, beginning on October 12th. Booked for this premiere event are stars such as Zach Gowen, Big Cass, MVP, Alofa the Samoan Beast, and more. Tickets are available at championshipwrestlingleague.com, both for single events or for a 4-event pass. The first show begins at the Legacy Center in Brighton Saturday at 7 p.m. Beyond Wrestling returns to Worcester, Mass. This Sunday with Please Come Back. Matches include Lufisto versus Trixie Tash, John Silver versus Chris Statlander, Tracy Williams takes on Travis Huckabee, and Wheeler Utah versus Jackson Stone, plus a whole lot more. The action takes place at Electric Haze, and bell time is at 6 p.m. It's all about gold in the Silver State as Future Stars of Wrestling presents their 3rd edition of Mecca this Sunday in Las Vegas. The Grand Championship is on the line in an 8-man tournament featuring John Morrison, Shane Strickland, Brian Cage, Hammerstone, Teddy Hart, PJ Black, Sami Callihan, and an unannounced 8th man. Also, the 1% defend the FSW tag titles against the Reno Scum, and Heather Monroe defends her women's title against Taya Valkyrie. The show kicks off at 5 p.m. at Sam's Town in Las Vegas. Now here's a look at what else you can find over the next couple weeks. In our clip of the week, we return to Game Changer Wrestling's Live Fast, Die Young, where Mr. Fun Size himself added another wild moment to his already impressive highlight reel. Here we see Marco stunt with an absolutely crazy, and let's not forget scintillating, leaping Dragon Rana on Gringo Loco off the top of a set of risers. That match also featured KTB and Matt Travis. Stunt would go on to win the match. That's going to do it for this week, fans. If you have a tip for us regarding news, upcoming shows, or results, write to us at regretnews@gmail.com. I'm Brian Zane, and I'll see you next time.